Hello and welcome back to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Prop Up & Co. And welcome to round 8 of our GR4 Scirocco Championship from Germany. We're here at the Nurburgring, 3.2 mile clockwise circuit, 15 corners. This is the GP circuit, not the main Nurburgring itself. We're about 272 miles south of the capital, Berlin. So we're looking forward to this one. We're round 8, so we've got 2 more rounds after this, so pretty much coming to the end of this championship now. What a championship it's been. All sorts of dramas and action going on, and I'm sure it'll be no different here tonight. So we've got the one race, 23 laps around here, and well, I'm going to take you through the grid. What I will do is do the points next time out, but just to give you a bit of a flavour, we've the top 4 are separated by just 52 points. At the top it is 80, then it's Pablo, Tiddy Milk, and another. I can't think who it is. So there's 4 anyway. Top 4 are all separated by 52 points. So still plenty to play for, although 80 has obviously got one hand on that trophy as it stands. But as I say, long way to go. Right, let's take you through this grid then, and let's get on with this this race. So we've got Talk of the Devil, 80 on pole position. So he's obviously got off to a good start there. Got himself at the front. We've got Tiddy Milk in second, Rick Dub in third, Love Rocket Rods in fourth, Hodgie fifth, Colesberg in sixth. Thank you for the replays, Colesberg. We've got Ginger in seventh, Bandit in eighth, Smith in ninth, Pablo in 10th, Firepower in 11th, and DB in 12th. So just the 12 cars. That's enough. Watch those lights. Once they're out, we'll be rocking and rolling. Oh, that was a really long hold. They stayed on there for a long time, but we've got it going, and already Tiddy Milk attacking 80, but this is where it's all going to get a bit snowed up. This is really tight down here. This is really tight. Turn 1 hairpin. Going to be all sorts of stuff, hopefully. Not too bad going through here. Well, it's all getting a little bit... Yeah, there's all sorts of contacts and pushing and shoving, but I think everyone's through there really as best that they could, considering. But so we have got that leader. Tiddy Milk did get up the inside of 80 down at turn 1, and is now taking the lead in this race. Remember, 3 compounds of tyres to be used for 3 laps on the hard. So we'll go through the tyres in a minute, but Tiddy Milk clearly on the soft tyres here, which is why he's out front with 80. Love Rocket Rod, so these top 3 are on the softs. Then we've got Rick on the mediums, Hodgie mediums, softs for Colesberg, Pablo's on the soft, Smith on the soft, hards for Bandit, so Bandit's on the hard tyres, Firepower on the soft. A quick look at Bandit, and then we've got Ginger, who's fallen behind now on those hard tyres. Did see him get a little bit well done over a little bit at turn 1 and 2, so that's why he's back there. But it looks like he's pushing on a bit to try and get onto the back of Bandit and Firepower on those hard tyres. But back at the front on these soft tyres are Tiddy and Aid, and I think we're going to see these 2 battling it hard all the way through these 23 laps around here as we come through up towards the, where are we, the chicane for the first time. Oh, it's got a lot of that inside curve. You've got a little bit careful. I think it does let you get away with it, but I'm not sure you can get away with it every single time. Probably get away with it here in this first lap, I would think. Maybe not. He didn't. He took way too much of it, so you just got to be a little bit careful. You can take some. He did take quite a chunk of that, didn't he, Tiddy Milk? And he's paid that price, so half a second he's got to take off. 80 then in second place as they come down to turn 1 again. There's Love Rocket Rods, third place, and then we've got Hodgie attacking Rick here in fifth, so Hodgie with a good start. Pablo behind him in sixth. Pablo had a good race and a couple of good rounds here in this championship. Rick runs it wide out there, and that might give an opportunity to Hodgie. No, this is a difficult corner, this one here. So down into, where are we? Into the Valvoline curve, into the forward curve. So good battle here with these cars. There's Carlsberg there, who's there's that glitch. The standard livery. Now, did I see Hodgie having a go? That's difficult down there at Dunlop curve to have a move, although he did get that done, but he's going to be on the outside now, going through the Michael Schumacher S's. So he's just going to have to give way and just sit behind Rick. He might get a bit of a run here going into the Michelin curve now. Does he get it done? No, he doesn't. So Hodgie all over the back of Rick. Now Carlsberg having a go at Pablo. Got his nose down there. It's a good passing opportunity. You can get the run now up to the chicane down this hill through the right hand kink just here up to the chicane. Adie's taking that lead again off of Tiddy, I've just noticed. So Adie does take that lead again. Must have got him on the brakes into the chicane, but Pablo and Carlsberg still finding there. Smith 8th place. That Highland Spring car, good livery, that one, like that. Bandit already in. Now hang on a minute, Bandit's in on the hard tyres. He's only done 2 laps. Now it's a minimum of 3, so I think he's done an error there, unless of course there's a mechanical issue that he's got to come in, or some repair work that's got to be done, because it's a bit early to be changing tyres, and if he doesn't do the full mount on those tyres, they've got to do the full mount. Means he's going to have to come in, as there was a little bit of contact there between Tiddy and Adie. Tiddy's clearly got a little bit more pace through that first section now, but Adie is going to have this inside, and this is going to be nip and tuck all the way, isn't it, between these two? I fancy Rocket Rod's just staying out of the way in third at the moment, but he'll be hoping that these carry on fighting. And again, Tiddy Milk sticking his nose up there now. Is there a chance down at the bottom here at the Dunlop curb? Adie will cover, you would think. Oh, and that was a big cover from Adie. He almost swept across the front of Tiddy Milk. He knew that he was going to have a lunge probably, so he decided he was going to have to stick his card out. And thankfully, Tiddy Milk probably knew it was coming, so just backed off a little bit. So as they come through, there's Michael Schumacher S's, and it does look like Love Rocky Rods is just gaining a little bit on them. Whilst they're fighting, he's going to be right in the mix, isn't he, soon? Can he stay with them, though, is the question. We're using a lot of tyres up, these 3. Certainly these 2 anyway, with the pace that they're generating and the fight that they're doing here. Their tyres are not going to last very long. They're going to be overheating. Their radiators are going to be red hot as well all the time, stuck behind each other this close. So all sorts of stuff going on here at the front, and as I say, I think this battle's going to go on to the end. So come up now to the end of the lap towards Coca-Cola curve for the 3rd time, and about to start lap 4, so already 4 laps into this race. Then Hodgie, and he's got himself through, so Hodgie has got past Rick eventually, so he's cleared them. He's got the 3 in front of him he can now chase down, but just behind him he's got Pablo attacking Rick now. Rick just struggling a little bit on those medium tyres, and Pablo's going to get him on them softs for sure down there at the braking zone at turn 1. He does, easy really in the end. Nothing Rick could have done about that, and behind them is Carlsberg as well, so Carlsberg in the mix here on those soft tyres. So a lot of the drivers opting for that soft tyre in this first stint. Smith behind them also on the soft tyres, but this battle here, all climbing all over the back of Hodgie, who's picked up half a second, so these 3 at the front have gone, so now it's about this group. Hodgie then with half a second, which is going to obviously have to take off, which is near the end of the lap, just before the chicane, I believe, penalty zone. So he's going to lose if he doesn't lose spots before then. He's going to lose spots certainly going through there, although half a second isn't actually that bad, but it can, when you've got cars this close behind you, it's going to you could potentially lose 2 or 3 positions here. We'll see. Might be talking absolute nonsense, but we might as well stick with him now, because the penalty zone will be coming up shortly, just after they come through the Michelin curve. So he's just starting to activate now into the penalty zone, which is around this left-hander down the hill He's going to pull over just like that. There we go. Now he might only lose the one actually. The other's going to get the run on him, but if he can just hold it to the chicane. Pablo's obviously gone through the fourth now. Look at him, he's going to be climbed all over. And look, where's Colesberg going? That's a great move. What a move from Colesberg. Let's have a look at that. Now well, I thought I'd seen it all before actually, but he's going to have a go, and there's not much room there. He's actually half his car on the grass, and that's a fantastic move from Colesberg. What a move. Smith's capitalised though, he's grabbed that as well, so all a bit of slipstream as well. I'm going to have another look at that actually, because that's a move you don't see very often. In fact, I'm going to go back, I'm going to go on board, and let's have a look. So you can see Hodgie over to the right, just taking his penalty off. Pablo goes past, you've got Rick in front of him going past. Look at Smith in the mirror. Now he's going to go, look, he's either side, he knew he couldn't go right because that's where Rick died. Now watch to the left, and you're going to see Smith come through. There he is. What a great pass from Rick, from Smith actually in the end, but good pass, and also to get it stopped from Colesberg. So demotes Hodgie all the way back down to 8th. So actually it's come out worse on that half a second than what I thought. 2 or 3, but he's actually lost 4 places there from 4th place all the way down to 8th. Down to turn 1, then Firepower in 9th, Ginger in 10th. He's in now on those hard tyres. Now it's interesting, let's go back to Bandit a minute just to see. Yeah, so he's come out on mediums, but he certainly hasn't done his full quota on those hards, has he? So we'll keep an eye on that. But Tiddy is back to our leader again. AD in 2nd. As AD just starting to have a bit of a breather. Maybe he's thinking about his tyres now. Whereas Tiddy's just going for it. So AD won't let him go too far as he runs a little bit wide on that curb. But AD is going to, as I say, stick with Tiddy here. He's not going to let him get too far from him. But he does know he's probably got slightly better tyres, which he has slightly better tyres than Tiddy, so he will this will help him anyway, sitting behind him. Not so much for the temperature of the car, but certainly for a bit of tyre saving and fuel saving here. A little nudge at the back of Tiddy there. No drama though. Love Rocket in 3rd. He's just falling off now at the back of the nav, isn't he? Now he's maybe he's thinking the same thing. He's in 3rd place. No need to do anything silly. Let's not wear them tyres out too much. I mean, I would imagine you're going to get, well, I always say this, don't I, every week, but maybe, what are we? Maybe get 8 or 9 laps out of this soft tyre. We'll see, but there's another change at the top. I think that was AD having a look at Tiddy, but didn't get it done. It's going to get a run, good exit there. Out of the Coca-Cola down over the start and finish. Neck and neck. Tiddy's just got it, but Aid's going to be in a good position to take this lead back. No, he decides against it. Hard on the brakes. He'll just sit behind Tiddy again. Maybe Tiddy's just a little bit better on the brakes there as they come through the Mercedes arena now. It opens up. A lot of runoff here, but tight. This left-hander just needs a little flick to the right through here. He can cut some of the corner now. I'm not sure he can cut that much of the exit though. Again, you can take some, but there is a limit to how much you can take. Maybe there's not. Maybe that's where I was going wrong. Maybe I was not using as much as I should have. So very lenient through there. I think normally he would grab you something there for taking excessive amounts of that runoff. He got away with it. AD in there in 2nd still. Then Love Rocket Rods in 3rd. So no change up here. Them two are going to be fighting anyway. There's Pablo in 4th place. I'll say he's kind of loosened his way off of that group behind. Try and get onto the back of the 3. He's on the soft tyres as well, but what I said about the fronts at the front, probably got the pace to grab them, but you're going to be wasting and using a lot of tyre by doing it. But I'm sure it might be on his mind just to try and get a little bit nearer to them. Then we got to, that's not stating the obvious of course, and then Colesberg in 5th place. Rick, Smith, Hodgie are all still quite listed. In fact, all these 4 really are still quite close together. So it's all still to play for here. Lap 6, Smith having a look at Rick. No, that didn't work, weren't going to happen through there. Then we got Firepower, I think, back here in 9th place behind Hodgie. Also on those soft tyres. But he's on his own a bit now, and then a big gap back to the 2 that's been in off the hard tyres. That's Bandit and Ginger, both of whom have come out on the medium tyre now. So they're playing catch up, both of these 2. But they do know that these guys have got to come in at some point. Obviously, they've got their hard tyres out of the way, albeit that Bandit's still got 1 lap to do on his. But anyway, back at the front, all still the same. Love Rocket Rods still got him in his sights. I mean, I think Love Rocket Rods is just off of the top 4 in the championship. He's in 5th place, in fact, but there is quite a big gap between himself and 4th place. So I think at the moment, if he was to stay where he is now, he'd probably be happy with 3rd place, if I'm honest. I mean, everyone wants to better 3rd place, of course, but I'm sure he'd be happy with that. One of our experienced drivers in the group, as Zaid now all over the back of Tiddy still. These 2. These are the 2 here tonight, I think. These are the 2 that are going to be fighting it, as Zaid just gives Tiddy a little bit of a reminder that he's still there, as if he didn't know. Can't not help but see him there, can he? He's almost pushing him along. Here, he's that close, but is he lining up a move at the chicane? I think he might do, but obviously Tiddy's going to stay on the inside. AD, there's a little bit of contact there, just on the brakes, but AD, no, he's going to do the sensible thing and just keep it there. Rocket Rod's in 3rd, Pablo in 4th. Now, Pablo looks to be getting caught by this lot now. Colesberg has picked up that half-a-second penalty, and what was Pablo on? Is on the softs, so too was Colesberg. So it does seem to be just falling back into the clutches of this group behind. Rick in 6th, then Smith and Hodgie are very close there. Hodgie could be maybe looking for a move down here at turn 1. So he's got a little bit of slip as well to help him. Smith's on that inside, but you can actually go around the outside here to be on the inside. Or you can do the switchback, which I think Hodgie was looking at there, but Smith just closed it shut at that point. So really close here. Firepower in 9th, Bandit and Ginger we know in 10th and 11th. Firepower far behind Hodgie, but can't quite get to within range of them. So this is where the battle is, apart from the front 2, is Colesberg with that half-a-second. Will be losing a bit of time from Pablo. Look at this at the top. AD was in the lead. Tiddy's just got it back down at Dunlop curve. And so they're swapping and changing positions. Soft tyres. What are we now? Lap 8. So actually they might get another couple of laps out of these soft tyres. Maybe 10 then, in fact. Ooh, and another. Oh, AD keeps just tapping the back of Tiddy Milk. He's just letting him know, you're not getting rid of me that easy. And Tiddy is pushing hard. Tiddy really, you can tell in the body language of the car that he's really pushing hard, but AD's got the run on him down through towards the chicane, and I don't think Tiddy Milks is going to have an answer to that. Not this time around, he's not. So AD takes that lead again through the chicane. Tiddy there, then Love Rocket, who's closed in, still in 3rd. Now Tiddy is going to have a move up here with the Coca-Cola. He does up the inside, and AD gave him a bit too much room there, didn't he? AD switch back maybe. So AD will now have a look and see what he can do down there at turn 1. These tyres are looking shocking on Tiddy Milks now, starting to if they are feeling terrible, looking like it at the moment, is it, on this evidence? There's 80 still there, but now he's going to, that's what I'm saying, you can go round that outside at turn 1 to then be on the inside for turn 2, just like that. Oh, what a great move. What a switchback from Tiddy Neil. What a move from Tiddy. Let's have a quick look at that. That was a great switchback. So, all good, Tiddy, if I get the right camera. How about that one? Little switchback, look at that. That's a great move, up the inside. In fact, would have been better from that angle, wouldn't it? Let's go back and outside the car. So where are we? Right, there's AD. He's on the inside. Look at that. Took a lot of inside curve, but it's enough, and that's fine. Good move. So, oh, I'm getting all my cameras mixed up. There you go. AD there, having another look. Tiddy gets it again. It is really, isn't it? Swaying backwards and forwards here with the lead changes. It's these two, and look at Love Rocket Rods. This is what he's been praying for all this since the start. His tyres are not looking, well, none of their tyres are looking particularly great now, obviously, from all this pushing. But Love Rocket's in a good position, and he's hoping that they're gonna, something's going to happen between these two. I don't think they're going to be taking each other out, but there's still been some really close moments. Tiddy it is, who's still holding firm in the lead. He's up there, obviously, challenging for that championship. He's one of AD's rivals in that championship, in that top 4. It's 3rd place at the moment, currently. So he's going to be wanting to concede to AD. No, there's not really that much difference in points from 1st and 2nd, so whatever happens, there's not going to be too much of a difference, but trying to see where Tiddy's coming from. He knows he's got to try and keep AD, especially this late in that championship, try and just basically grab as many more points than his rival, but he's pushing hard now. Anyone in yet? I don't think so. All still there. Obviously inside Tiddy, AD going for that switchback again. Tyres are screeching, they've got nothing left much on those tyres now. So 9, yeah, they probably will have one more out of them tyres, I reckon. It's lap 9 as we see Colesberg in. First of our soft runners have come in then from 5th place. Again, these two all the way, so it's going to be like this, isn't it? AD now, same move again. Now he's going to not leave such a big gap. Yeah, he's better. He's himself can't leave that big that gap before, like I did, where Tiddy just drove it straight up the inside, but he runs it wide 8. But he's going to be okay because you've got the right hander. He's going to be on the inside, use all that runoff here, but not too much. That's a bit better. So Tiddy, I don't think, can get an answer to AD at the moment, but he is pushing hard, and he's almost being pushed onto the grass there. And he's not going to have it. He's going to be on the grass. He's running it well too wide, Tiddy, but managed to get it back on track. It's easily done around there. AD nearly runs it too far over the curbs. And look at Love Rocky Rods now. He's well in the mix. He's free. There's Pablo in the background, but we've got to keep watching this at the moment. Apologies to the other guys, but this is where the battle is at the moment. Oh, and AD's gone really deep. Oh, and he's going to lose that spot, isn't he, to the lead to Tiddy again, but AD's fighting back. AD's going to be up the inside. You cannot go through here, through the Michael Schumacher chicane, side by side, or the S's. So just as well Tiddy backed off there. That was impossible. You cannot do that properly anyway. So AD is, but he's running really deep now. His tyres are beginning to, he's beginning to feel them now. Oh, and a second for Tiddy. Oh, and that's too sure where he picked that up. Maybe through the Michael Schumacher S's. You can get a second through there by taking too much of that exit and straight lining it. So he's going to, well, I fancy they're probably all going to come in here. Love Rockets as well. So let's see. They're just coming round to pit entrance now. Tiddy's going in, is he? Oh, and they're both diving in. Oh, and it's close for even into pit lane. They're still racing. Love Rocket Rods, no, he's staying out. So Love Rocket's going to take the lead of this race. But Tiddy and AD, I think it was Tiddy who's in, or AD, I should say, in just before Tiddy into the actual box. And Pablo's in too. So Love Rocket is going to have one more on those tyres, which is in as well. Rick's up to second now. He's staying out. He's on the medium tyres anyway, so he would. All these in there. We've got Smith in as well. 5 cars in pit lane now. Colesberg's been in. So we know. Where's he in? He's just coming along the start finish now, but he's not going to be out in front of these guys, is he? No, AD's out there. There he is, and the fight continues, but still. Oh, and he's running off hard on his hard tyres, and AD's gone. AD is gone. That's allowed Tiddy Milk to go, and he's on the medium, so Tiddy's on a better tyre anyway. AD's going to have to get those hard tyres up to 10, but Tiddy has come out on those medium. He's leaving those hard tyres till the end. He has still got that second penalty that went in pit lane with. He's still going to take it off here on this lap, so AD will gain a little bit. Where did Love Rocket didn't come in, did he? So Love Rocket will be in this time. Through the Michael Schumacher S's now, so he will be in. Rick is also out there in second place, but he's on the medium tyres. He won't be in yet. So Tiddy is our effective leader with the second penalty. There's 80 in fourth. Pablo in fifth place with Colesberg not too far behind him in sixth. Those new mediums on. Did Pablo come out on the, we know he came out, yeah, he went in, came out on the hard tyre, so he's also the same strategy as AD. Hodgie on the hard tyres now. Seventh place, Firepower in eighth. On the hard tyres, Ginger. The mediums, he's still out there. They've already been in, haven't they? In ninth, Smith in 10th, Bandit in 11th, but out on those soft tyres now. So he has actually done these 2 stops. Let's see if he does, man. If he does actually have to come in and do one more, he should actually have to do one more lap on those hard tyres. Love Rocket's in, Rick's in. I'm surprised Rick came in actually. He was on those medium tyres and they still had quite a lot of tread on them. So I'm surprised he's come in and didn't take the lead of this race. So anyway, Love Rocket, he's coming out just ahead, and I'll tell you what, he might have done the undercut here. No, he's gone back to third on the brakes. Now he's letting them guys go past. That's a shame, because Love Rocket was the lead there momentarily as he left pit lane. He's on the hard tyres though, but that was a shame. I thought he was going to keep it there, but he didn't want to get in the way of these guys exiting pit lane, so these are obviously on a charge. So he's back basically where we were at the start of this race. Tiddy in the lead, AD in second, Love Rocket in third. Obviously, Tiddy's now got rid of that second penalty as well. So he's all clear and good to go. So Love Rocket rods will no doubt just do the minimum amount of laps on the hard tyres. Then it'll be at the mediums for him. Colesberg's got past Pablo, so up to fourth place now. Colesberg. Pablo's on those hard tyres, remember, so Colesberg was always going to get that done. Pablo dropping to fifth now. He's going to be hunted down by Rick, who's on the hard tyres as well. As I say, he's come in, but going to have a long stint on those hards, unless he hasn't been on the softs yet. But he's out in sixth place with half a second penalty. Hodgie in seventh. So actually these two on the hard tyres here. In fact, so was Pablo, wasn't he? Yeah, so all these 3 guys, 5th, 6th and 7th, all on the hard tyres. Hodgie having a sneaky look at Rick through the chicane. All as they were. Ooh, Hodgie with a very close there to the back of Rick. It's Firepower, also on the hard tyres in 8th place with half a second. Smith, mediums in 9th, and Ginger and Bandit together now. Ginger on the mediums with Bandit on those softs. Gonna probably go on the outside of Ginger here. He does. So Bandit, we know, he's only got one speed, and that's full speed. So up to 10th he goes. Just Ginger getting back down here at the hairpin turn 1. If he doesn't, stays in 11th. So no change at the top either. That all still remains the same. Tiddy, AD and Love Rocket. AD does have that fastest lap at 2:06.4. Colesberg looking nice in 4th place there. Nice clean and tidy through the S's for Colesberg. Pablo Hodgie, who's made that place up on rig. Bit missing his move, his passes, don't I, Hodgie? So he's got another place there. Rick's going to take a penalty off, losing a bit more time on Hodgie, but Hodgie's looking quite strong there in 6th. Looks like he's going to be getting onto the back of Pablo very soon. Same tyres. But Hodgie's been slowly making some progress through here as AD's now in on those hard tyres, so he has done that minimum amount. So too is Pablo. This is going to push Hodgie up to 4th place, Rick to 5th. So Hodgie hasn't got Pablo in front of him anymore, has he? So he has got Colesberg in front of him, but he's already round turn 1 and into turn 2 is Colesberg. There he is. Mediums. So Love Rocket up to 2nd place now, with Tiddy staying out on those mediums as well. So I think AD will be out on the medium tyres. It's going to be his last stint on those. See what he can do on those medium tyres, whereas Tiddy still got the hard tyres to run. So it could play into the hands of AD depending on how it all swings and roundabouts here on the stops. How quick the teams are in the box, but what matters for Tiddy at the moment is he is leading this race. 14 laps in. Rocket in 2nd. Imagine he might be in at the end of this one. I think he's only going to be doing his minimum amount on those hard tyres, so we'll keep an eye on that. He might be in. There's Colesberg, was definitely catching him in 3rd place on those mediums. So Colesberg's in a good place here actually as well, isn't he? He's also got to run the hard tyres, I believe, but in a good place ahead of Hodgie, who's in 4th now. Taking off half a second there, or next time around maybe. Rick still following him in 5th. AD in 6th now. He's obviously come out on those medium tyres and he's in 6th place now. He's just going to go for it. He knows the tyres will be fine to the end of this race. Just got to go and put in qualifying laps now to try and catch up with these guys ahead of him, particularly Tiddy Milk, as we see Love Rocket in now. Smith in 7th. Zone a bit now with Pablo being chased by a Bandit. Bandit's next target is Pablo after getting past Ginger. We know that he doesn't hang about too long, and there you go, right on cue. He's up the inside of Pablo. Pablo on those medium tyres and Bandit on those softs. So Bandit's gonna... He didn't make it actually. He didn't actually get past Pablo. Pablo really fine hard. Looked like he had him, didn't he, at Bandit? The exit out of the Coca-Cola curve, but he didn't. And into turn 1. Through the Mercedes Arena. Look at the view the spectators have got there from that grandstand and the arena area itself, as Bandit has a look up the inside of Pablo through this left-right Got a great spot through that main arena area down at turn 1. Always all the spectators can see turn through 2, 3, 4 and 5 through that area. So great viewing here at the Nurburgring. So another half. Oh no, it's the same half a second because he didn't get it off last time, did he? So 8th place now for Hodges, just falling behind Pablo again. But he has come in, hasn't he, and been out. He's on those soft tyres now. So Rick in 9th also followed, I think, Hodgie in on those soft. Now someone's just gone slow then. Who was that? Oh, that's Smith, isn't it? What's happened to Smith? Oh, did he miss a gear or something? Or did something happen? Let's go back and have a look, because he was going... Oh, that's it. He went really wide down at the bottom at Dunlop and he's trying to get it going now. But these guys are on full speed around him, and Hodgie done well actually. He was almost caught up through the Michael Schumacher S's there, and did well to actually go past him and to not pick up. We did pick up another half a second, Hodgie. Yeah, that's what happens. He got half a second. He already half, didn't he? Then picked up another half, trying to get around Smith. He didn't want to hang around. He wanted to get right past him, but this is going to cost him some time now. It's going to drop behind Rick. That's a 10th place, so 9th, sorry. So Hodgie back to 9th, but look at Rick attacking Smith in front of him. Up here at the chicane. Couple of double stabs at the brake there for Rick. First one was to avoid hitting the back of Smith. The second one was just to get it settled, but he's going to have a go up here at Coca-Cola. No, he doesn't. So Smith 7th, Rick in 8th, Hodgie 9th now, Ginger 10th, Firepower 11th. Firepower down there in 11th place, and we have actually lost a driver, haven't we? We had 12 to start with. Now who we lost? I think and see if I can remember who it was. So let's have a look. So we've got Tiddy, our leader. Big lead he's got over Colesberg in 2nd. Then we've got AD now. He's got himself up onto the podium, up to 3rd place. Love Rocket in 4th. Bandit in 5th. Pablo 6th. Rick Dub in 7th. Smith in 8th. Hodgie 9th. Ginger in 10th. Firepower 11th. And you know what? We had 12 on the grid, and it was DB, wasn't it? And you know what? I don't think he actually started the race. I didn't even notice, but I don't think he actually started the race. So he's obviously had a technical issue on the grid before the race, and the car had to be put straight away into the garage. So unfortunate for DB. He was definitely there when we did the grid at the start. So we did definitely have them 12 cars, and it was definitely DB. So whatever the issue is, he hasn't made this race. So we've always had 11 at the start of this race. Actually, I've just not noticed until now. So much going on that, yeah, just didn't notice, did I? So there's Tiddy then, coming around Coca-Cola for, well, at the end of 16, lap 16, and it's about to start 17. So into the last, 7 laps now. So closing stages of this race and this round. Colesberg in 2nd, and he's got a lovely little 2nd place here. He's in a good place, although he's got some damage, so he's hit something there. He's got right front damage, which is why his car's looking a little bit all over the shop in a straight line. That will reset eventually. But he has got a nice lead. He's got a nice gap between himself and 3rd place AD. Although Colesberg, I think, still has got to come in to run those hard tyres, so it's a good chance AD's going to be getting that 2nd place back again. It'll be back to the battle with Tiddy, I reckon. Tiddy, I think, also has still got to come in on those hard tyres. So our 1 and 2 in this race have both still got to run hard tyres, I believe. AD's already run them, and he's got the mediums to the end. So I think he's probably got his strategy right at the moment. Yes, there's a big gap, but quite a long wait here in pit lane as well. I think he'll be fine, and I think you'll find that he's going to be coming out right when Tiddy's exiting as well. I think it's going to be another close finish here. These Scirocco cars. There's Love Rocket in 4th. Trying his best, isn't he? He knows also that the guys ahead of him 1 and 2 have got to come in, so he's still hoping that he might be able to get himself on the podium at least. And in 5th place, remember, we still believe he's got to take one more lap on those hard tyres, so he may be in 5th, but I think it's going to end worse than that for him. If he hasn't miscalculated, of course. Pablo, it's only 2 on the sprint races, minimum of 2 on the sprints, but for these Enduros it's a minimum of 3, and he came in on lap 2, end of lap 2, so definitely not right in my eyes. Anyway, there's Pablo in 6th place, Hodgie in 7th, Rick in 8th with half a second. Quite a few penalties being picked up there. Ginger in 9th, runs it wide. Oof, get off that gravel, Ginger. But this lot here, Pablo, Hodgie, and in front of them, Love Rocket Rods now. Bandit, all quite close. 5th, 6th and 7th, and Rick isn't that far off either. But Hoggie's looking like he's the one who's going to have a move down here at turn 1 on Pablo. So let's stay with these. So Ginger's in. Now Pablo's probably pretty good on the brakes, but Hoggie's been also a bit of a demon on them as well, and he does go up the inside now. Switch back for Pablo maybe. Hodgie will probably be wise to that. Another one of our longer serving members of the group. Yeah, no, he didn't get that done, Pablo. So Hodgie knows what he's doing out there in 6th place. There's Rick, who's got back up with them as well. So the end, as usual, there's going to be some good battles at the end of this race as we see Bandit going through shot. Then Hodgie, then Pablo, then Rick. Nice bit of the track here through Valvoline and through Ford. Down towards Dunlop. Rick with a good exit there is going to have a go at Pablo, but not on the outside and not through the S's either. It ain't going to happen. But maybe at the Michelin curve he might be able to get something done, but Pablo's going to cover that as well on the inside. There's Rick. Can he get something done down before the chicane? He's trying to go on the outside a lot of these corners, but Pablo's watching. Sun just beginning to come through now, getting near the end of the day, and Rick having another look, but again Pablo is got the inside covered through the chicane. Rick did take quite a lot. I think he'd be okay. That's probably about as much as you can take through there without picking up the penalty. Firepower in 9th, Smith in 10th, Ginger in 11th place is how they sit at the moment. Fastest lap still remains with Aided at 2:06.4. Tiddy is still our leader, and he's going to go to the end on. Oh, actually, I don't think he's going to go to the end, is he? Because I don't think he's been on those hard tyres yet. Holzberg in 2nd. Also, I think got to run the hards. Aided there in 3rd place, not really catching them or getting closer. I think he may have maybe got a little bit closer, a few tenths, but nothing not as quick as what I thought he might. I suppose they've got to look after their fuel as well. With what, sort of 4.5 laps to go in this race. So interested to see if and when Tiddy comes in. Love Rocket's still there in 4th place, not really being threatened by anybody at the moment behind. But Hodgie has got past Bandit. I'm going to promise to get a move in from Hodgie, and there it is. Oh, and it was Bandit running wide actually. Go back and have a look. I think that Bandit just ran it wide, so Hodgie got a good exit out of the Ford corner down towards Dunlop curve. And Bandit just runs it wide here, goes right out really deep, runs it out wide, and Hodgie just scoots by, takes that 5th place off of him. So Bandit is coming to the end of his tyre life on those soft tyres. So maybe the plan was always just to do 2 laps on the hards and then come in and do 1 last lap. I don't think it was, but that's what's going to happen, because he's certainly not been looking after those soft tyres, has he? If he's got to come in. And our leader's in now, I've just spotted. So Tiddy is in. See if Colesberg follows suit. No, Colesberg's going to stay out and have another lap as he starts 20. Lap 20. So there's 80 now. 80's going to grab the second place off of Tiddy, you would think. He's just exiting out of Coca-Cola now. Longest start and finish. Now, where's Tiddy? He's in lane now, but he's only just being serviced. So that's going to be 80 up to second place. If I get the right camera again, I'm all over the place with cameras tonight. There's 80. There's Tiddy coming out. So Tiddy isn't that far at all. There's Love Rocket in 4th place, but Tiddy, there he is. So it did work for AD. Tiddy has come out on those hard tyres, so he's going to have 4 laps now to finish off the race on those, whereas AD is on those medium tyres. Got no worries about any more stops, got no worries about anybody ahead of him other than Colesberg, but I think he probably knows that Colesberg's got to come in anyway, which will put him back up to the lead of this race. He's not under quite so much pressure this time from Tiddy Milk, is he? At least not yet anyway. Don't think he's going to be on those, as he's on those hard tyres. Don't think they're going to be any challenge to maybe on those mediums. But things can change. Things can change quickly, as we know in this championship. So probably just leave it like that until the end now and see what happens. It's Love Rocket in 4th. He's been trying everything he can in this race to get himself on the podium. I think he may probably do that, knowing that Colesberg's got to come in. I was about to say knowing, because I don't know, but pretty sure he's got to come in, which case that should push Love Rocket up onto those podium spots, which I think will be a good race for Love Rocket. I'm sure that'll do him nicely. Colesberg staying out, so he's not in yet. Oh yes, he is. He is in. So Colesberg is in. So that is going to put AD to the lead of this race, as we expected. Crosses the line now to start lap 21. 3 laps left to run. AD in the lead. We've got Tiddy Milk in 2nd, Love Rocket in 3rd. So right the way back to where we were earlier. It all stays exactly as we were then in terms of the 1, 2 and 3. Hodgie in 4th. It's going to be a good... There's Colesberg coming out now as Rick in 5th. Bandit, he's got a 2nd to play with, a penalty as well to play. It's Bandit. He's staying on those soft tyres though. I don't think he's coming in for that hards, is he? So he may get a penalty for that. That'll be one for the steward's room to look at and decide, but in my eyes he didn't quite get those regulations completed there. Yes, he's got 2 more laps to run, but whatever happens now, if he does decide to come in, he's going to be near the back of this race. He's in 6th now. He's got a 2nd penalty to take, plus if he does come in, it's going to be in the bottom half of this field. It's Colesberg just had to come in and get on those hard tyres for these last few laps. He was having a good race up to that point, wasn't he? Even leading it. Oh, and there's a lot of dirt. And who was that? I think that was that Bandit? I think that was Bandit again. Going really wide down the bottom here at Dunlop. Did this and Hodgie went past him, but he gets very close to the edge of that curve, doesn't he? And he just can't stop, and then he gets it, almost runs it out onto the... Yeah, I mean, he uses all of it, doesn't he? Literally using the whole of that curb on that, like rails around the outside there for Bandit, but not helping him in terms of speed, is it? Maybe he's doing it on purpose. Again, takes a lot of that chicane, but he's not got a lot of tyre left now, has he? Bandit. It's Colesberg 7th. He might actually grab 6th place off of Bandit now, as he's got that penalty just at this point here. Pulls over, Bandit. Now here comes Colesberg. Let's see, does he have that momentum to get past? He probably will. There you go. Into 6th place goes Colesberg. Does Pablo grab 7th? I think he's got quite enough. Or is he going to get him on the brakes? No, he doesn't. And Pablo just has to stay there in 8th place. But so Bandit is not coming in, is he? So he's in 7th place. Pablo in 8th. These tyres now, well, not so much Pablo's, but some of these guys' tyres now are on the expiry date. Does Pablo get Bandit down here on the brakes at turn 1? Should do, because Bandit's got absolutely nothing left, nothing to give, nothing to offer, and he is going to start to drop down now. So down to 8th place for him. Firepower in 9th. Haven't seen too much of Firepower. He's been kind of on his own, hasn't he, most of this race, getting on with the job in hand, but not really being challenged or in any kind of battles there at all for Firepower. So quite a quiet race here for him in 9th place. Ginger, same sort of thing really. Early doors he was involved in a little bit of push and shove, but it's down there in 10th and on his own. Smith in 11th place, and he's got well, nothing ahead of him, nothing behind him, so it's going to be a lonely couple of laps left for him in 11th. Let's just go back to this Hodgie, not Hodgie, but the Tiddy and the Love Rocket battle ahead of Hodgie, because Tiddy is now falling into the clutches of Love Rocket Rods, who's got some great pace here in 3rd place. Tiddy's on those hard tyres, remember. I think Love Rocket Rods is going to get him up here at the chicane. Failing that, he'll just get him along the straight, so better off just waiting here, I reckon. Love Rocket should have the run on him out the exit of Coca-Cola. Just coming around that now. Now you should, in theory, a bit of a better exit and a little bit more speed along the straight, get him down there at turn 1. That'll be a slightly better move already. Tiddy's going across to the right to try and cover. It's quite there yet, is he, Love Rocket? But is he light on the brakes down here? Not yet, but on the final lap, so he's got a lap, 3.2 mile to go to try and get that 2nd place off of Tiddy. I think it's coming, you know. He's just going to wait for the opportunity. He's not going to get him down here. Very close now, look. Within feet of the back of his bumper there. Oh, a bit slower through there. Tiddy went very wide though. Now, is that a penalty for Tiddy maybe? See him coming back on, or was it just his line through there? Love Rocket's not going to give up. Rick isn't far off behind them either, and Hodgie's there, but I think I just see a penalty come up on Hodgie. He has, he's half a second there, so he may well be the end for Hodgie in terms of making up other place. Love Rocket Rods can't quite get it done yet, can he? Over Tiddy. Our leader's gone. AD, and he's going to win this race here at the Nurburgring. But this podium is still up for grabs, and who's going to get it in what place as well. Tiddy's got it at the moment in 2nd. Doing well on those hard tyres, he's pushing them hard to keep Love Rocket, but here comes Rick, and I'll tell you, Rick's in for a chance here to get both of them. So Rick's on those soft tyres, so he's actually in a better position, because Love Rocket's on the mediums, Tiddy's on them hards. So Rick, what can he do? He's going to have to run on both of them. As now it's going to go free. This is not going to go well, is it? I've got to keep an eye on the leader, but these three here is not going to go well through the chicane. They're all behaving themselves, but we've got to go back to our leader, because he's just coming out of Coca-Cola now. He's going to take victory. Well done to AD. Winner here at the Nurburgring. But let's go back to this battle. I think Tiddy's just going to grab it. 2nd place, Love Rocket might get done on the line from Rick, does he? No, Tiddy's going to grab him. Might be looking at the back of the machines. Oh, 2nd, 3rd for Love Rocket. What a battle there. 4th for Rick. Good 5th for Hodgie. Pablo in 6th. Colesberg in 7th. Bandit with a 8th place, but I fear he may have a penalty coming Firepower will come in ninth place. Ginger will get the 10th. And then Smith will round it off in, sorry, Ginger in 9th, Smith in 10th. So we've actually lost another driver now. We lost now because we've only got 10 coming over. So that's odd. Who did we lose at the end there then? Not sure who lost. Oh, Bandit's gone. So Bandit has gone. So I'm not sure why he went, but anyway, that's your race, your round 8 from the Nurburgring. So I hope you enjoyed that. So 2 rounds to go, and we're going back over to, well, I say back over, it's the first visit we've had at the UAE at the Yas Marina circuit. So that's going to be a cracking one there. Be a new circuit for everybody in terms of the championship. So join me for that one. I hope you can. We'll have more action going into that round, and it should be as entertaining as it was tonight. So thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.